You are not distracted. You are dependent. Still, there is a difference. Distraction is something that happens to you. Dependency is something your brain now requires. And the stimulation you have been feeding it, every scroll, every notification, every autoplay, every moment you reach for the phone before you even knew you were reaching, has quietly, methodically, without your permission, made sustained focus feel impossible. Still, not difficult. Impossible. And the worst part? You adapted to it so gradually you thought it was just who you are now. Still, here's what is actually happening inside your brain. Every notification, every ping, every new piece of content triggers a small release of dopamine. Dopamine is not the reward. Dopamine is the anticipation of the reward. Still, your brain does not get the hit from the content. It gets the hit from the moment just before, the vibration, the red dot, the loading screen, the promise of something new. And once that loop is established, the brain begins to manufacture reasons to return to it. Still, this is not a willpower failure. This is neuroscience. The same dopaminergic pathways activated by gambling, by substances, by anything the brain classifies as unpredictable reward. Your phone is an unpredictable reward machine. It was designed to be, by people who understood exactly what they were building. Still, the result is not just that you checked your phone too much. The result is that your brain has been trained to need interruption to feel normal. Stillness, real stillness, now feels like something is wrong. Still, here's what this costs you. Not focus in some abstract general sense. Specifically, the ability to hold a single thought long enough to develop it into something real. Still, every important thing you will ever create, build, write, solve, or become requires sustained attention. Not the kind you use to scroll, not the kind you use to reply. The kind that holds, that goes deep, that stays on one thing past the point of discomfort. Still, Pound Newport calls this deep work. Researchers call it cognitive engagement. Your brain just calls it exhausting, because it has not been asked to do it in so long. Still, and here's the metaphor that makes this undeniable. A muscle that has only ever been asked to lift small weights cannot suddenly lift heavy ones. Not because the muscle is broken, because it was never trained to carry real weight. Still, your attention is that muscle. Every time you switch tabs before finishing a thought, small lift. Every time you picked up the phone mid-sentence, small lift. Every time you put on a podcast because silence felt like wasted time, small lift. The stimulation loop has been keeping your attention weak, on purpose, because weak attention keeps coming back for more. Still, one practice, one block, every day. Still, 20 minutes, one task, zero input, no music, no podcast. No phone face down, phone in another room, no notifications, no exceptions. Still, 20 minutes on a single thing, not until you finish it. Just 20 minutes. The task does not matter as much as the practice. Reading, writing, thinking through a problem, anything that requires you to stay still. Around minute 7, you will feel the pull, the urge to check something, the sense that you might be missing something, a vague restlessness with no clear cause. That feeling is not boredom. That is withdrawal. Still, and the moment you sit through it, the moment you feel that pull and do not move, that is the first real rep. That is the muscle being worked for the first time in years. 20 minutes today, 20 minutes tomorrow, the same block, the same rule, every day. By day 14, you will not recognize what your mind can hold. Still, Seneca wrote this nearly 2,000 years ago. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Still, the scattered mind produces nothing of weight. It moves constantly. It arrives nowhere. He was describing the Roman equivalent of a notification feed. Endless input, zero depth. A life that looked full and felt empty. Still, you were not built for shallow. You were built for the kind of thinking that takes time, that resists interruption, that produces something at the end of it that did not exist before you sat down. Still, the stimulation stole that from you. Not all at once. One small, easy, frictionless hit at a time. You can take it back, but not by wanting it more. By choosing the discomfort of depth over the comfort of the next hit, every single day. Still, start the attention build tomorrow. 20 minutes. One thing. No input. When the pool comes at minute 7, stay. That is the whole practice. If this named something you already knew but hadn't said out loud, drop one word in the comments. Depth. That word tells me this landed where it needed to. The next video in this playlist goes deeper into the mental noise that runs underneath everything and exactly what it is costing you beyond your focus. Subscribe to Vision Vortex. Every video here is one thing, helping you think more clearly, feel more in control, and live without the noise. Still, lead.